What's up guys, BlazeX344 here, and today I'll be talking about a highly debatable gaming question: why we shouldn't be paying for overly expensive gaming DLCs. Okay, so I'd like to start off this video by saying that DLCs aren't bad. I mean, if you want to pay for them, go ahead, pay for them. That's none of my business, but I just think the practice is wrong that game companies are actually making the DLCs really expensive when we have already paid for the full game. Okay, so DLCs are great. It adds more to the game. In the middle of the year, you get bored of the game. DLCs are here to save the day. You can download it and then there will be new maps, new weapons, new features along the way. But the thing is, game companies are making you pay for them. So if you go over to Assassin's Creed Unity DLC pass, not yet to come out as of this uploaded date, but if you look over, it's $35, half of what you paid for just for this little storyline of the game. If you move over to Destiny, $35, same thing. And then if you go over to Call of Duty Ghosts, $15 per map pack. I mean, per map pack, 4 maps, and then there are stacks upon stacks of other map packs that overall ends up as $45 for all of those map packs for you to play the full game. When you're buying a game, I assume that you want to experience the full version of the game, the whole version of the game. But sadly, you do not. You have to pay for these DLCs, which sucks if you have a limited budget. There are these DLCs that takes up a huge fraction of the game that the game companies rubs in your faces so that you have to pay for more and more until you get enough. So if you don't pay for the DLCs, then you're obviously missing out on the weapons, camos, maps, etc. that makes you really feel left out of the game. Well, why do people still buy DLCs or microtransactions? Well, one thing's really simple. Everybody wants to be as high up as they are. So, for example, we can take Clash of Clans. Someone pays $99 for about, I don't know, 99,000 gems. Now, obviously, that Clash of Clans player will obviously own everyone in multiplayer and have a higher up advantage with those gems. Or we can take, for example, a Minecraft server, a Minecraft PvP server, where this guy pays about $1 for a diamond sword, where everyone else who plays for free has an iron sword. Well, obviously, the guy with the diamond sword will have a higher advantage. Now, people who are playing will most likely want to buy the premium services so then they can be better than everyone else. One example of overpriced DLCs or DLCs that are not worth it is Train Simulator 2015 or Sims 3 DLCs. Sims 3 has about $379 worth of DLC, while Train Simulator has a total of $4,000 worth of DLC. Obviously, this is overpriced and definitely not worth it when all it does is put extra trains on the railways, or Sims 3 has extra clothes, characters, etc. A bunch of DLCs that are released like, I don't know, like day 1, day 2, month 1, month 2, that has new characters or new guns, new camos, new maps. They are actually could have been put into the original game itself, but instead the developers said, oh, okay, let's just put in a separate map, make them pay like $15 for it. Great, we have money now. When they could have been clearly put into the original game on day 1. You know, I'm okay with DLCs that are reasonably priced around $5, $10, I don't know. That is adding on to a huge fraction of the story, like Skyrim DLC expansions, and Dishonored. Those are really good examples of DLC games or DLC parts that adds on a huge different storyline of the experience. Well, if you need help looking at this way, we'll put it into perspective for you. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, but let's say you have 6 maps and you have 4 swords. All right, 4 swords. Those are the features of the game. All right, 6 maps, 4 swords. Awesome. But then what DLC does to this is they take away around a bit part of the original game. So what DLC does to it is they take away 3 maps and 2 swords, so leaving you with originally 3 maps and 2 swords, when you originally could have had 6 maps and 4 swords. So the DLC that they have taken away, you're gonna have to pay for the rest of the part of the game that you originally bought. One of the biggest enemies of the game companies is piracy. Piracy plays a huge role in gaming, and it can actually affect game companies a lot. But why do people pirate? Well, one, game companies like to put in pointless DLCs for so much money, and people are actually just wanting to play the full game. But in pirated games, you can already get the full game with all the recent DLCs installed in it. If you were too lazy and didn't even listen for the past 5 minutes, I'll provide a little conclusion for you guys. So for what I have been talking about for the past 5 minutes is video game DLCs are too expensive when they provide little to no extensions in the games. DLCs are being made a huge factor of the game, basically taunting you to buy them. Some games provide premium services that gives you a much higher advantage than the non-DLC players, which causes a lot of imbalances. For DLCs that are released on day 1 and 2, etc. are add-ons that has been taking off the original game, and game developers are squeezing every last penny off of them. DLC is a factor of the piracy problem that affects the game companies. So in conclusion, please, stop making your DLCs so damn expensive. God. That will be all. Thank you, have a nice day.